This is terrible. You see this? You see this? Don't get this. NYX is usually pretty good too. Like NYX products is cheap as hell, but they're pretty good, but not this. Don't get that. Look at the color. The color is beautiful, but the formula is shit. Hey everybody, I'm Dawn, one half of the Novel Universe podcast, and today I'm here to do my very first mid-year freakout tag. I and Ashley have done this for the podcast, never done it in video on YouTube or anything. So yeah, technically it's my first time. Let's get started. This lipstick is sticky. I do it like that. Look at this. NYX. You suck. I might have to, hold on a second. First is Best Book of the Year. Now, if you are a frequenter here on the old YouTubes with me, you will know that I do not give out fives. The last five I gave out was 2 years ago to The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. That was 2 years ago, like I said. So I have given out a couple of 4.5s, and I have given out one 4.5 this year, and that has gone to Bitter by Ikweke Imezi. This book is not going to be for everyone. It is a prequel to Pet. It is not going to be for everyone. It is a more critical book. So there's a lot of themes, there's a lot of symbolism and metaphors and all that fun book club stuff, which I really like. It's a pretty quick read. It's an easy read. And what I really liked about it is that it is approachable for a wide range of ages. For a librarian like me who looks for books that can be discussion books, I need a book that is a book where a 12-year-old could read, as well as an 18-year-old. I need books that fit a wide range of ages, and this book does, and it does a really good job of the theme and the topic and everything. So yes, if you have not read Bitter, read it. It's pretty good. Next, best sequel so far of 2022. Okay, I am one of those people who start book ones and do not finish the series. I probably finish about 10% of the series that I start. I will read a lot of book ones, but chances are I'm going to read book two, slim to none. This year I've actually read a couple of book twos, which is a shocker for me anyway, and that is Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Black. I really am enjoying that series. I will read book 3. This will be one of the first times that I am actually finishing a series. So, disclaimer, if you hear noise in the background and people talking in the background, I am at work. I'm doing this on my break. But there is a group of patrons who are playing Dungeons and Dragons. So you might hear a woohoo or something. They're in the middle of a campaign and you might hear some noises or voices in the background. That's what it is. New releases you haven't read yet, but you want to. I have 2 of those actually. And the first one is The Sea of Tranquility. I do not know who it's by, but it's right here. I have heard nothing but good things. I like speculative fiction. I'm excited. I haven't read it yet because I can't find it. It's not at my library. I can't find it on Scribd. I didn't think to look for it at the bookstore. So, and I don't really buy books too much, so I'm not buying it on Amazon. If I get it, I'm going to go to the local bookstore to get it. There's a local independent bookstore that I will throw my business to her. That's why I haven't read it yet. It's because I can't find it. And the other one is You Made Me a Fool by Your Beauty. You made a fool of death. What? You made a fool of death with your beauty. Come on, Ikweke. That's by Ikweke Imezi. Once again, I have seen this all over Instagram and some book talk. Unfortunately, Black books don't really make book talk. But I have been seeing this on Bookstagram because I follow a lot of Black Bookstagrammers. And so I'm really excited to pick this one up. I have not read an adult book by her, So I really want to see what she could do when she has like no limitations. I also heard that it is quite spicy. So yeah. Most anticipated release for second half of the year is The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake. I am one of those people that enjoyed the Atlas 6. A lot of people did not. I was one of those. Sorry. So the next book comes out in October. I'm trying to get my co-podcaster Ashley to read it. I don't know if she's gonna like it. I think she likes more plot-driven stuff. This might be a little slow for her, but we'll see. So if she likes it, then we will podcast it. If not, we will be podcasting Evelyn Hugo and her husband's. Next is Biggest Disappointment. This was not hard for me to choose from. I had a plethora of books to choose from actually, but I chose The Cartographers. I do not know who wrote it. When I do not like a book, it is gone. I just release all information, including author, character names, plot. I don't want to think about it anymore. It is out of my headspace. And so I don't remember the name of that author. I do remember that I didn't like anything about that book. Well, that's not true. I like the premise. The premise was really cool, but the execution was... I had seen that book all over Bookstagram, all over Book Talk, all over Twitter, everywhere. So I'm like, well, wow, this must be the bomb.com because everybody is reading it. I think people were reading it, but they weren't loving it. So yeah, I was really disappointed by that book because I like the idea of, what's it called? See, I've already forgotten what it's called. Paper towns? Paper towns. I like the idea of paper towns, but biggest surprise. Biggest surprise for me was Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I don't know how to say her name. I had not expected to actually read this book. This is not typically something that I would pick up, but my co-podcaster Ashley was reading it and she kind of knew to not like try and get me to read it because it's a Hades and Persephone retelling. I really don't like that, and I'm not really into Greek gods, and I don't read a lot of erotica romance. So she didn't like, oh my god, do I need to read it? I just happened to see that she was reading them, so I was like, oh well, she's liking them, let me give it a try. I did enjoy the first book. The second book, it was a little repetitive. It was nothing really much new added to the storyline besides the characters, and they even had too much in common with the first couple. So that's the last book in that series that I will be reading. If you have some really good spicy book recommendations, let me know. I'm not totally opposed to reading it. It's just I need some themes and some characters to go along with my spice. I need something else. It can't just be spicy and that's it. I need to have something else. And that has been my problem with spicy books and romance books. They tend to be kind of narrow-minded and focused in on the couple and their bullshit and not anything critical like symbolism or writing style or character development or anything. So yes, if you have any suggestions, throw them my way. Next is favorite new author. I'm gonna have to go with Holly Black. No. Holly Jackson. No. That was a slip. Holly Jackson, who wrote Good Girl's Guide to Bad Blood. Nope. That is the combination. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, her, Holly Jackson. Those books were actually a shocker too. I didn't think that I was going to enjoy them, but I found them to be quite fun. I enjoyed reading it. I enjoyed all of it. The ending was a little redonkulous, but you know, hey, it's a teen book. What do you expect? I enjoy her writing style. I enjoy her pacing. I enjoy her little character development. I will continue to read her books until they suck, and so far they don't. Newest fictional crush. I do not have an answer for that, and I tried. If no character is jumping out at me, that means I don't have one. So next, newest favorite character. I have two. The first one is Libby from the Atlas 6. This girl, to me, is an enigma. I really enjoyed her character. She has potential to have all the power, to be the most powerful person in Atlas 6. However, she doesn't know how to use it, and she's very insecure. She's also filled with guilt, and she is not a good girlfriend. Like, she's a little self-centered. Everybody hates her because they're intimidated by her, or she's just a little bit too good. Like, she's too sweet. Like, I think Parisa, in my opinion, Parisa didn't like her because she was naive. She's a little naive, and I think Parisa was a little jealous of her naivete. And Parisa didn't want to rub off any of her Parisa-ness on her. She wanted Libby to stay as unjaded as possible. And so she was just like, you don't want to be my friend, girl, because I'm gonna ruin you, basically. And then Callum, I don't think, liked her because he was intimidated by her. I think he's a alpha male, and alpha males don't like women who are smarter than them. It intimidates them. And Nico, I think Nico just kind of sees her as healthy competition, or I think he has her best interest at heart, even if she doesn't. Like, he did not like her boyfriend, and she's just like, he's fine. And Nico's just like, he's not good enough for you. I felt like he felt it wasn't good enough for her. Ezra, I believe his name was. So yeah, I thought Libby was a very fascinating character. I'm very excited to see what happens to her character in book 2. And the other character that I really liked was Hermes from the Neon Gods series, the Sexy Gods series. I don't know the name of that series. She was my favorite in both books. And if the next book was about her, I would probably read it. I have a feeling she's not going to get her own book because she's probably just going to be the constant in all the books. That's what it seems where it's going. It's like you don't really see, you see Aphrodite, not Aphrodite, Demeter? I don't know her name. Oh, come on. You see what this lipstick is doing? It's coming off. This is not okay. This is not okay. The color is beautiful, but this formula is shit. Obviously, the Demeter girls are going to be a constant, but I think Hermes is going to be in all the, she's going to have a small role in all the books, and she may not get her own anyway. Not the point. The point is, I liked her. I don't like the books. Let's move on. Next is book that made me cry. I am typically a bitch and I cry at everything, but I have not cried this year. I have not read anything that made me cry, so moving right along. Book that made me happy was Sense and Second Degree Murder. I don't know why I read this book. I just kept seeing it popping up everywhere, somewhere. And I listen to YA books at work, and I can pretty much breeze through them. Oh my God, look at this. This is not okay. This is not okay. This is terrible. Okay, y'all, don't get this lipstick. Do not get this lipstick. Okay, I'm having some lipstick emergencies, so hopefully it stays on. Okay. Okay, the book that made me happy was Sense and Second Degree Murder. I don't know why I decided to read this book. I just kept seeing it pop up everywhere, and I was like, let's give it a go. And I liked it. It was a lot of fun. It was cute. I enjoyed it. It's a book 2 though, but you don't need to read book 1. Am I gonna finish the series? No, I'm not. But it was cute. Maybe if there's nothing else to read, I might pick it up, but is it gonna be top of my TBR? No. Do I recommend it? Yes. This is a travesty. Oh my God. Okay. This is just ooh-wee. I got to finish this video. If you see any lipstick mishaps, ignore it. I'm having a tough time here. Most beautiful book is Blood Cyan. Once again, as I said, I don't really buy books. So here's the cover. I thought it was beautiful. I read it as a library book. And last, books I want to read. This tastes disgusting. Books I want to read by the end of the year. I really want to finish the Jade City series, Jade War, Jade Legacy. I want to read The Wolf and the Woodsman. I keep hearing good things about that. I am all over the place. This lipstick has just got me frazzled. The Wolf and the Woodsman. I keep hearing good things about that. And I would like to read The Poppy War. As you can see, I'm trying to get more into adult fantasy. YA fantasy is just not hitting it for me this year. I still read it, but it just hasn't been a really good couple years for YA fantasy. So I have jumped into adult fantasy, and those are 3 books that I need to finish. Thanks for joining me in my lipstick adventures. Until next time, I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.